half in the bag.
Sometimes you have to go, you have to go through the back door to get to where you want to go.
Hello?
No, Mr. Plinkett, it's the door.
Oh.
No, the front door.
No, idiot, it's an old radio.
No, someone's knocking at the fucking door.
Oh, right.
Stupid asshole.
Oh, thanks.
What, no tip, sir?
I tipped on the app.
No, you didn't. I can see the app. You put down 0 for tip. And that usually means that people will tip in cash.
Sir, that 0 is a life lesson, okay? It means that you should work hard to get what you need. I don't know, fuck off.
Fuck you! I hope you choke on your greasy fast food, you stupid fuck!
You want a tip? Get fucked, loser!
What a day, what a day. Whew.
Mike, were you just working as a DoorDash delivery driver?
Yeah, I was. It's embarrassing. But it's just for a couple hours each day, just to earn some extra money. I hope he doesn't tear open the bag. I hate when people do that.
Yeah. Oh, he did it immediately after he said that. How many fucking cheeseburgers did he get?
I don't know. Oh, wait, I do know.
You picked up the order, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, he got 3. And,
Oh.
2 large fries, yeah.
They're all stuck together into one giant fry. Ew. Hey, I ordered from DoorDash once. Or at least, I thought it was DoorDash.
What do you mean?
Well, I placed my order, but then a prostitute showed up. Turns out I ordered from DoorGash.
Oh, yeah. I've used that app before. It really is the best place to get Chinese.
But I know what you're saying about money. Mr. Plinkett's checks for VCR repair have been bouncing.
Yeah, I know. Ever since the bank called us last week, I've been meaning to confront him about it. Jay, we've stolen over $15 million from Mr. Plinkett over the last, 20 years? And what do we have to show for it?
The man just wants to watch his Newhart tape, but now he's broke as fuck. I'd get a real job, but it's just too stressful. How do you switch back and forth between jobs like that?
I don't know, Jay. I guess I'm just like Prince Adam and He-Man. Hey, speaking of that, have you seen Shelby Oaks?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, Mike, we both wrote intros for this film.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you know what that means.
Dueling Intro! Opening in theaters in no specific month in particular, it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Or I guess just Masters of the Universe. A new screen adaptation of the popular kids' cartoon and toy line from the 1980s. Nearly 50 years ago. Yep, that's what we're doing now. After numerous animated versions, comic books, and a failed feature film from Canon, It appears they finally made a movie that can do justice to the cherished and sacred source material that is He-Man. He-Man.
I was curious if there was an aspect of this whole phenomenon that we would both include in our intros, and we did.
Okay.
And you thought the Dolph Lundgren movie came out too late after He-Man's popularity faded. Masters of the Universe 2026 is a faithful adaptation of a 30-minute toy commercial that peaked in 1983, and whose only lasting cultural impact is middle-aged men vaguely remembering, hey, that cartoon we watched when we were little kids was pretty gay, wasn't it?
The last time you did that stunt, you blew the king's all the way to East Fed.
Too hard? My drilling machine is unstoppable.
In this newest version, He-Man. So Mike, we saw He-Man 3 weeks in a row. We're having some summer movie blockbuster whiplash.
I know.
Last week we talked about Obsession, and we saw Backrooms, which are movies that are appealing to Zoomers and bringing in younger audiences back to the theater. And this week we saw a movie that will appeal to nobody under the age of 45. Which isn't even a mark against the movie in terms of its quality.
Right.
I saw the trailer for this movie, whatever it was, 2 months ago, and I was like, this doesn't look bad or anything, but this is going to be a gigantic flop. I just nobody cares about He-Man.
Well, I have one disagreement with your intro. Is
Okay.
that both movies are way too late. The canon movie was way too late.
Yes. The
because-
cartoon ended in '84. It was in syndication. It was in reruns for years after.
I
But
want to say I read it only had 2 seasons, but each season had 64 episodes.
yes.
So it seems like it was, but the toy line continued after the show. We never got to see the animated versions of a lot of the later toys.
Okay.
And that toy line, just kind of I think went on to 86.
Once the Ninja Turtles came around, that shit was done.
Yeah, but the canon movie was what, 90?
I think it was '89.
89, 90, and that one was the kids who watched He-Man, specifically me, were too old for that at that point, and it was just that weird too little too late kind of thing. Now we're in that period of retro 80s nostalgia.
I think we're too far past that, though.
The timeline of He-Man goes, Mattel created a toy line. The toy line came first. And I found an old ad that was the very first ad for the toy line.
This toy comes with something that can really open up a kid's imagination. Its own legend.
He-Man! Skeletor is his enemy.
It's the Masters of the Universe collection.
Oh.
And it's like this father explaining what He-Man is while the 2 boys are playing with the toys.
Okay.
He's like, He-Man. It almost feels like it's for investors. It's really weird.
It's like a pitch video.
Yeah, he's like, He-Man is the new toy line from Mattel that pits heroes against villains.
Because the original toy was they just wanted to make Conan toys, and they couldn't.
Yeah,
but there was no as established in the cartoon, it's Prince Adam, and he turns into He-Man. That was nothing to do with the original toys, right? We have a box of toys here, by the way.
This is a Prince Adam toy, and this probably came out after the series.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it was just generic Barbarian Man, and then bad guys. They probably said Star Wars is really popular, and that's science fiction.
Yeah.
And then we have G.I. Joes, right?
Yeah.
And wrestlers. We don't have sci-fi.
Yes.
Right.
Barbarians crossed with science fiction.
Yeah. We'll have a fantasy thing. It was almost like a computer program created this, or a think tank of toy experts came together and go, what is missing in the market share, of science fiction themed barbarian fantasy toys with the skeleton monster villain. Kids will love it.
Yeah.
All these different wacky villains with names, and you can collect them all and blah, 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 blah. And then those toys came out in 81? 82. There was a period of time before the cartoon, because there was some kind of law that said, an advertising law that said you couldn't create a cartoon show based on toys. And then they repealed the law, and then they're like, yes! And then
That led to every 80s cartoon?
And that led to every 80s cartoon. So.
This is the 10th time. I'm worn out.
Well, you know Tila. Keep trying till you get it right.
He-Man and Star Wars. I didn't like G.I. Joe or wrestling guys.
Yeah.
I liked He-Man and Star Wars. And I was always I don't know if this confused, that's Moss Man.
This is Moss Man, who has a sad fate in the film.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing. Although Moss Man had a sad fate in almost every child's bathtub.
I wonder if that was kind of a nod to that. You put Moss Man, he's covered with actual moss for all you kids that don't know, but you put him in the bathtub and he just disintegrates.
Yeah, well, no, the moss comes off him.
That's what I mean, the moss, yeah, and then he's just like Green Man.
He's this plastic green man.
Yeah.
So I had two things I used to wonder when I was a child. And these are important to mention.
Okay.
Was one, how is He-Man the strongest man in the universe when he has the exact same musculature build as everyone else, including Skeletor? And that's when I learned about products and how products and toy molds can be reused just with little rubber heads that interchange.
This is how you learned about cynicism.
Yes. We'll call it capitalism,
okay,
I guess.
Okay.
Making the most from your product molds in China.
Yep.
Right? And then my other question was, I was always so confused because the sword and the sorceress, the source of power for He-Man is Castle Grayskull. But Castle Grayskull just looks so darn spooky.
That was something.
I was just, is that where Skeletor lives?
That was my memory of it. Because
Yeah.
I have almost, like, I watched He-Man when I was little, but I was so little. I have almost no memory of it.
You're
and I always
younger
think
than
of
I am.
Castle Grayskull as being where Skeletor lives because it looks spooky.
Right. It doesn't make. It should be like a bird castle or like a crystal palace or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they probably just. That's probably from the crossover when they're trying to make He-Man a barbarian. Like he lived in this like, spooky castle and he was like a I don't know, just a weird guy with a sword, and then.
This is what we're talking about.
Skeletor has. He-Man has Cringer. That's Man-at-Arms.
That was something I also forgot, is that Cringer actually talks.
Yeah.
I had no memory of that.
Yeah.
There's a part in this movie where he's just Cringer and he says, next time I'm going to wear armor. Not that that was a setup for the sequel, but then he wears armor at the end of the movie.
You have to have it at the end. Yeah. He just means in the future.
I thought that was a little nod because they clearly were planning this to be a franchise, but insert box office weekend numbers here.
Back to the popularity of He-Man. I remember, I don't know if it was like the late 90s or early 2000s, they like brought back the action figures and they were like more, I don't know, heightened or
They were
dramatic.
bigger, they were more detailed.
Yeah.
Very like exaggerated. I mean, even more than these.
It was like the Canon movie died and then there was a little bit of time and then He-Man toys came back kind of like that. It all was like planned by the stages of our lives. It's like when those He-Man toys came out and they're like $59.99 and it's like that's when guys are in their 30s now and maybe have some money to afford those things.
Now they're not toys you get when you're a child, they're collectibles.
Now they're collectibles. But then there was a He-Man animated series, a redo.
There was one in 2002. There was 2002, and then there was the recent one or multiple ones that Kevin Smith did for Netflix.
Yes, which was called Masters of the Universe Revelation.
I have the power!
But everyone complained because He-Man dies in the first like 20 minutes or something.
Something like that.
He's barely in it.
And then it's the She-Ra show?
I think Teela.
Oh, Teela, okay.
I think Teela is the main character at some point, so then everyone trashed it. But, and everyone called Kevin Smith like woke. But in his defense, it was right around the kind of, I don't know, more tail end of the Me Too movement and, girls get it done and all of the reboots with strong female characters and, coming on the tail end of the Me Too movement, you do not want to have a cartoon show where a man yells, "I have the power."
Well, it was also that very brief window where franchises were trying to subvert their expectations. That's The Last Jedi, that He-Man show.
Yes, it was a little, yes.
And then what they learned is if you piss off a bunch of man babies, you're going to tank your franchise.
Yes. And that's what this movie did right.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
Because this was, I saw the trailer for this, and I saw they were making all these like cartoon accurate looking versions of like mech tech, and I was like, that's kind of neat to me, but I'm not precious about He-Man. I don't give a fuck if you make an accurate adaptation. And nobody that's 45, 48, 50 years old should ever get mad at this stuff.
No. That's the thing is I'm sure there's someone out there that is. That's why I made the joke about source material.
Right.
Source material, because you have to be, you have to have either no sense of humor or self-awareness or life, I guess, to get mad.
They ruined the legacy
of
He-Man.
They ruined the legacy of Trapjaw. like it's and there's obviously a very overt homosexual tone to this.
I was actually surprised there wasn't more in this movie.
There was so much.
There was some.
Sometimes you have to go, you have to go through the back door to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Why did you have to nod to that?
And it's like the movie is like basically like it's like a comedy.
Your loincloth is in my, sorry.
Fine. Parody of what it is.
Yeah.
At the same time, but it also takes it serious enough to kind of be successful as a movie. Maybe to a new generation. I think that's that mixture they were going for.
That's what they were aiming for.
I think they achieved it, but I just don't know. I think it's maybe 15 years too late.
Yeah.
Maybe 2010.
You got to have people that grew up with He-Man taking their kids to see it. But at this point, the people that grew up with He-Man, their kids are like grown adults now, and they don't give a fuck.
And they're 30 years old. They're kids.
Yeah.
Say 2010, like when they rebooted the Star Trek movie, like around that era, it would have I think hit really strong.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is one of those movies that we're trying to make a new Masters of the Universe for probably the last 10, 15, 20 years. Would not be surprised at all.
That could be it.
But all that aside, I was shocked by how much I actually liked the movie. It's not perfect. It's uneven. The humor is uneven. The pacing is uneven. It really lags in the middle, in my opinion. Once he gets to Eternia, they have some exciting stuff, but then there's lots of scenes of characters sitting around talking about what it means to be a hero. There's a few too many of those scenes.
Look, the movie was about being true to yourself.
Sure.
He-Man or Adam, he thought his father wanted him to be a strong, powerful warrior, but his father wanted him to be himself.
Yes.
And that's what's so powerful about it.
It's a fine message. It's a fine movie. It had a little bit, and it's weird to call this dated now, but the Marvel humor.
Yeah.
That kind of James Gunny, like we're having a serious moment, and then undercut it with a joke. That stuff didn't. What worked for me was when they just let it be silly.
Mr. Allen!
It's Adam, dude.
Hey, put your neck away.
Lockjaw is goofy looking. Just have him fighting and don't comment on it being silly, and that makes it funnier. And it does that a lot of the times. So it's kind of like a mixed bag as far as the Trapjaw, not Lockjaw. So it's kind of a mixed bag as far as the humor goes, but a fair amount of it worked for me.
Yeah. Well, this is a pure case of what do you do?
Yeah.
The Cannon film, for budgetary reasons, set most of the movie in New York City with...
No, small town anywhere city.
Oh, wasn't it like the big city, or
no?
It's just oh,
they just filmed on it's in somewhere outside of L.A.
Oh.
They filmed on one street in the middle of the night.
That's right. Yeah, and they have a fight in a Radio Shack.
Yeah.
And then there's like a.
They fight in a high school gymnasium. It's supposed to be the prom, but it must be before prom because there's nobody there. There's nobody in the whole movie.
Yeah, and I mean clearly that was a cheaper movie, but the question is do you stick with the pure lore, the pure legend, the story of He-Man, which is just we are plopped down in Eternia, and there's Prince Adam. I'm Prince Adam, and I have a secret. A big secret.
Do you think they intentionally put
Yes.
this movie out during Pride Month?
Yes. Yes, Jay.
Has anyone actually confirmed that?
No, but
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's another complaint I have. Not gay enough.
Not more gay.
They could have really amped up the gay.
But
I did like hearing Skeletor talk about He-Man's creamy thighs. That was good.
yes, Skeletor was thirsting on He-Man quite a bit. Skeletor is just a repressed homosexual monster. That's why he's so evil.
Yeah.
I think He-Man should have said that at the end with his when he gives his speech. You know, he's like, maybe it was.
It is about being true to yourself.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Maybe he's like, Skeletor, let's just talk, because maybe you weren't treated well as a boy or something like that.
I saw you looking at my ass earlier. I
maybe
get
you
it.
have feelings that you don't feel comfortable and.
So you push it that far, even if it's for comedic purposes, and then you piss off the man babies again. So you got to find that balance.
I think your theory of like raging man babies with He-Man, it might be a little broad. I think that.
I remember the Kevin Smith cartoon. People were upset.
Well, sure, because they want to see He-Man.
I guess they pushed it too far.
They're upset because of the overt politicalness of what he did.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna make a He-Man show, but He-Man's not gonna be in it. It's gonna be Tila, and everyone just was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's wish fulfillment for young boys, and that's why they added the instead of just He-Man, because we were talking with Rich about this. Not Mr. Plinkett, but a guy we know who lives down the street.
Yeah.
His name's Rich. And he's like, I just wish He-Man just would have been a barbarian like Conan. And he's like, why does he have to have a secret identity? Like, why does he have to be Adam and then because it's like, well, that's a Superman.
A little kid wants to imagine turning into a great warrior kind of thing.
Exactly. And then this, so if you started the film, plop, we're in Eternia, Adam is already He-Man or has the power to become it, and they just have a story like the cartoon show. You don't have that narrative that a movie needs, where they open in Eternia, they have this adventure, because it's really like, it's very dangerous to take He-Man back to Earth, unless you do it right.
Sure.
Because we all know it did not work before, so you have to be very careful with that. And so they take Adam, they have this battle. Skeletor wants the Sword of Power, and then
when Adam's a little kid.
When Adam's a little kid,
Yeah.
It starts off with him. It's like a 10-year-old, and then the sorceress sends him through a space tunnel, and he lands on Earth.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
And then he grows up, and he is fish out of water, kind of jokes. He works at an HR department. He works for HR, and he has got the pink Adam shirt and the same color pants, the purple pants, dark purple pants, which is a nice touch. And
lots of nice touches for people over the age of 45 that'll get it.
Yeah. The best thing is like his Adam. I forget what his last name is, but he had his pronouns on there.
Oh,
he, him.
He, him. Which that was in the first trailer, and of course, some people were like, it's gone woke. It's like, how do you miss the obvious joke here?
Yeah.
His name is a pronoun. He's He-Man.
Yeah. Well, they made fun of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, his coworker, the short-haired, pink-haired girl, and everybody's sensitive.
Sensitive, right.
Because it's kind of about masculinity and not toxic masculinity, but just being strong.
That's why the sorceress picked Adam, because she knew he had heart, not just strength.
Right.
Brutally punching someone, and giving them the power of He-Man might not work out so well, but she knew Adam was both strong of body, but also of character.
Yes, which is good for narrative purposes.
Exactly.
I disagree wholeheartedly with our friend Rich Evans, who just wants a muscle man to punch people. You gotta have a little more in a movie.
And then also, too, I was like, okay, he got flung to Earth, the sword and him are separated. He's gonna grow up, and he's not gonna know anything about it. They're gonna say, oh, that was all a dream, and someone's gonna bring the sword to him, and you are He-Man, you are the chosen one. What? Get away from me. But just right off the bat, he's just like obsessed with Eternia, and
he's out on a date.
He spoils a date.
Yeah, I like that angle, and the fact that he's been drawing all these characters that kind of ties in with people like us, that element of nostalgia, remembering these characters from when you were little. Kind of meta in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
But not pushing it too far.
And so yeah, that's the wish fulfillment. He's just a lowly HR guy, and nobody believes him. And then, he proves. I like that scene when they're getting on the spaceship at the end. He's like, I told you I was He-Man or whatever. And then he's like, none of you actually. I told that too, but you're representative of the other characters in the film. And then they just take off.
Yeah.
It's not making fun, being self-aware of tropes.
Yeah.
In movies like this, and sort of like joking about them.
Death Stalker. My old friend. Come and get it.
It reminded me, shockingly, a lot of Steve Kostansky's Deathstalker movie that came out recently. That tone, where it's like, it's very silly, it's very tongue-in-cheek, but we're not gonna constantly call it out.
Yeah.
I didn't like the angle of this, and this kind of felt like it maybe is from an older draft, where he has like his names for all these characters is not what they're actually called. Is that Lobstora? Is that his name?
I don't know. I can't remember.
But the fact that like Ram Man, that's not his name. That's just what Adam calls him.
That was brilliant.
I didn't like that angle because that's too much like, oh, we're above this material. It's too silly. And that's kind of a thing that Marvel would fall into sometimes as well.
That was a great.
Just let him be named Ram Man. I guess later on they kind of embrace their stupid nicknames. So you could say that's part of the theme of embracing who you are. I don't know. I
could kind of understand it, but I liked that element because it gave a, like, especially with this this hot stuff right here. This is Fisto.
I'm going to say that joke was very funny the first time.
Wow, what a nice story. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime I can give you a hand, just let me know.
They really ran it into the ground. They really fisted it.
I mean, look.
And when Fisto offers you his hand, boy, that's a big offer.
Yeah, I was actually surprised there weren't more characters.
They're saving them.
I guess you gotta save them for the sequels.
There's so many He-Man guys.
They set up all the ones that are going to be in it early on, and then I kept waiting for the B guy. Yeah,
so many. I
kept waiting for more to show up in like cameos or something. But
I think they kept the this guy was in it. This is I think his name was just Cyclops.
I think it's just Cyclops.
Or no, Triclops.
Oh yeah.
He has 3 different eyes.
Okay.
Everything's spinning.
There's like a handful of like Beastman, Trapjaw that were like cartoon staples early on, and then there's the handful of like good Eternia characters, and then there's like a slew of toys from when the show ended.
Yeah, I was expecting just like Easter eggs in the background. They did bring back that grandma-looking monster from the Canon movie.
Oh, that's funny.
With the weird gray hair and the hook hand.
Yeah.
He showed up a fair amount.
That was just like generic He-Man bad guy?
I don't think he was. I think that was a character that was just made for the movie.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you have Adam who works in HR and lives on Earth, and he has a roommate and blah, 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 blah. That's very 80s. And then he gets whisked off to Eternia and has the hero's journey kind of storyline where he learns about himself and becomes strong and all that. And so it's that, like, I was thinking too during the film, I'm like, He-Man is a little silly.
What the?
Okay. Charming and goofy.
Not quite sure what happened to my shirt though. Where are my pants? Do those come back, or I have to buy a new pair every time?
But not like He-Man until the end. And I'm like, well, sometimes the man babies you talk about, which I don't think there's that many. So this is probably like 12.
Okay.
Why is He-Man acting so stupid, dumb, and goofy, like a frat boy? What is he doing? He should be awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but it works narratively. for that character to grow.
Can you come help me with this? Whoa.
It is quite heavy, so if you could just...
Oh my God, yeah.
We want to your comrades.
No one Tycons except Skeletor, but then he makes us sick.
And I will you all personally.
And then, like, Man-at-Arms, Idris Elba, he has growth. Like,
Yes.
I liked his character in this.
Yes, Man-at-Arms.
Idris Elba, who's consistently the best part of a bunch of bad movies. I don't know who his agent is. Oh, he doesn't have a mustache. I always think of him as having a mustache, but I guess that's the canon movie. He has a mustache.
Yeah. I don't know if he has a mustache in the cartoon show. I don't even think this is his vehicle. No, Man-at-Arms had that little brown floaty tank.
Don't ask me.
This is like a snake vehicle. I think this is a bad guy.
Oh, I had that when I was a kid. You put a little thing in the back.
Yeah.
And then What fun toys these are.
I know. That's genius. Genius. B-Man.
Oh my God.
Get it?
B-Man?
B-Man.
What was that? Do you know that character's name? I had him. I remember.
This, okay, if I were the toy designer, I would call him Buzzman, B-Man, or Buzzor. Stingor?
Maybe Stinger sounds too much like Stinkor.
Stingor. Oh yeah, you're right. B-Man. B-Man.
When they're first thrown in that cell with the giant maid robot, and T-Man's like, something stinks in here, and there's a character on the ground, I thought we were going to get a Stinkor cameo, but it's just drunk Idris Elba.
Well said, Lord Skeletor. Poetry.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Alison Brie.
She understood the assignment.
She understood.
She is camping it up.
But I really didn't know a ton about Evil Lynn, and she is an amazing villain. Like, Skeletor is kind of an all-time iconic villain.
Yes.
And so funny.
Alison Brie knows how to deliver that cheesy dialogue.
And, I hate to say it, Jared Leto, he was a great Skeletor.
To the new dawn, Titania shall witness mine eyes.
The voice performance was very good.
Yes.
But at what point does it no longer become Jared Leto when you modulate it and twist it and all that?
Yeah, and I don't know if he was doing the physical performance.
Probably not.
I have no idea. Why would you cast him just to do a voice?
He did a good job.
He did a great job.
It's
I
like the
don't
Jeremy
Jared
Allen
Leto,
White
but
thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's true.
Robbo the Hutt or whatever.
Rotto, yeah.
Rotto the Hutt, where it's like, I want to be my own man, not my father. You know, it doesn't even sound like him, and it's like they used like the generic pitch filter and turned it down.
Yeah.
And that's all they did.
I could hear a bit of Jared Leto in this, a little bit, more so than Rotto the Hutt.
Yeah, that was just fucking awful.
Yeah.
That's a shame too. That movie will probably outperform this one.
Yes, it will.
Because of the Star Wars name and all that. But this is a infinitely better movie.
I was not bored out of my mind during this movie.
In construction of what is a movie, this was an adventure. There was great action scenes. We had a character who had growth, and there were stakes and all the things that make a movie, a summer blockbuster movie, fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
This is like one where you could say it's a popcorn movie. It's like acceptable, and it's like, yes, this is that.
Yeah.
This is not a thinker, but I can understand what's going on. I'm not bored out of my mind.
What it's trying to do, it mostly does well. Like I said, it dragged for me in the middle a little bit, but it picked up again at the end. So
okay, well, instead of 2 hours and 20 minutes, 1 hour 50 minutes, whatever.
1 hour 45 would have been perfect.
But He-Man didn't turn into He-Man until after the 30-minute mark, which is movie 101.
Oh yeah.
You gotta wait. Yeah. You gotta wait.
Sure.
You gotta wait for what you're there for. The very opening of the film can't be the Mandalorian just cleaning house. Then you're bored.
Yeah.
You gotta earn it. You gotta earn He-Man. You gotta earn him taking the sword. I have. It didn't work the first time. Oh, you got to build that anticipation.
Yes.
Yeah. So my point is this movie probably will not do well. It has great reviews, critic reviews.
It's got good reviews. It's just, and I think people that are seeing it like it. It's just, I just don't think the interest is there.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
We'll never see Lobster Man.
Yeah, this is continuing the tradition of Masters of the Universe movies ending with a tease for a sequel that will never happen.
I'll be back.
Well, you don't know that for sure. Although the film looked very expensive.
The budget was like $170 million, somewhere in there.
That's gonna be rough to recoup in theaters. But you know, hey, maybe Jeff Bezos loves He-Man, right?
He'll just keep financing the shit.
I mean, the man's worth like $600 billion. He's like, you want 15 He-Man sequels? Who do I make the check out to? I'm Jeff Bezos, and B-Man was my favorite toy as a kid, right? He's of that age.
Yeah.
Actually, Fisto is his favorite toy.
Sure.
No. So that's a possibility. Like, but Mr. Bezos, we're operating at a loss. I want to see...
The movie only made $2 million worldwide.
I want to see this gay guy in the film.
Give me all the gay characters.
I want all my gay heroes to be on this man-y faces.
Man-y faces, yeah.
I want to see man-y faces.
Did you ever have the He-Man toy where it was like the chest and you punch it and it dents?
Yeah, bro. It's right here.
Oh, do we have one?
We have one. It's called Battle Damage He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
What great toys these were.
Yeah, no kidding. So, yeah, you could totally like keep making these movies. There's a million characters. Skeletor's apparently coming back. Alison Brie's going to resurrect him.
Sure, you got to bring Skeletor. You can't make a Masters of the Universe movie without Skeletor.
Yeah, I don't remember if they introduced like sub-villains, like like a Spider-Man has like 10 different villains.
Grislaw and the sucking leech. Grislaw. Leech. Hordak and the evil horde. New from Mattel. Hordak.
What else are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, they can start getting creative now that they've set the stage.
I suppose.
You have He-Man and She-Ra team up. Don't do a She-Ra spinoff. We're not ready for that. It's like that Supergirl movie that's coming out. They say it's going to be a big stinker.
Yeah, that's another one where it looks fine. I just don't think the interest is there.
Fantastic. I loved it. I mean, I didn't love it. I loved it as what it is. And they knew especially the ending. I mean, I'd laughed so many times, but the ending when all the heroes were doing the
and then the cringers just like looking at him.
Yeah,
that's the part where like that type of humor works for me.
Yeah.
More so than stopping the movie like dead in its tracks to put a joke in.
Yeah.
That's it. I finished.
Of course, my lord.
When I raise my fist like that, I'm done.
Yes.
That is the crescendo.
We'll know for the future, my lord.
This is where the scene ends with a crescendo, and everyone's like looking around. It was very like Austin Powers, like Dr. Evil kind of humor. Where that's like a full-on, straight-up comedy. This is like, well, when Skeletor says, "Hey, man, you're a powerful man, but not as powerful as that long, shiny, dangling thing that hangs between your milky white thighs. You know, your sword." And then you continue on.
Yeah.
jokes like that were really funny to me.
Yes.
Or just like kind of looks people give. Or,
just playing up the absurdity without like stopping the movie in its
Yeah.
tracks to point out the absurdity.
They were finding what worked. They were
Yeah.
finding some.
A lot of it worked. I'm shocked by how much I liked this.
Yeah.
The parts when Skeletor is like going into He-Man's mind.
Yes.
And there's like a flashback to him at the gym, and then we just see Skeletor like pumping iron while wearing a purple Nike sweatshirt. Like stuff like that was making me laugh.
I thought they were gonna jump back and that was gonna be it. And I was like, oh God, do it in threes.
Yeah.
Go. They went on the dates, and I was like, you got to show Skeletor in the Human Resources office in like a suit or something.
And
then they did it.
They
and I
did
was
it.
like,
Perfect. Perfectly executed.
you did it. You did it. You did it. Because I think when you take something like this and you go, how do we make a big movie out of this? This is really like pretty much what you should do. You can't take it too seriously. You can't go too goofy. You can't like under budget it. It's such an epic like fantasy sci-fi thing. You need spaceships. You need explosions and monsters, and it needs to have a big budget for what it is.
Yeah, and it looks good. And there is that tiny part of that flickering childhood memory of He-Man, seeing like Trapjaw look like accurate to what the toy was.
Oh, yeah.
There's a very small part of me that still kind of worked in like I don't know, it's almost manipulative. It's almost like they're catering to nostalgia, obviously. And it's like, it kind of worked, and I'm kind of mad that it worked on me, but I liked seeing Trapjaw in the movie.
Like I said, I love the toys. I had all the toys. It was my favorite thing. But I don't have an emotional like childhood resonance for it the same way I do for like Star Wars.
Sure.
Because Star Wars was like real. It was like they were like real movies that had like a heart and a soul to them, and you really connected with like Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Princess Leia, all those characters. You connected to them. This, even as a 10-year-old, I knew was schlock.
Oh, sure.
Land shark.
The mighty land shark will have Mechanic for lunch. Yikes!
and just a cash grab, and just junky toys with silly monsters fighting each other. The stupid cartoon show, this He-Man.
That's exactly how I was about the Ninja Turtles.
And Orko with the lesson at the end.
Yes.
I mean, it was exactly Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah.
Although that did have a primary source material.
The original comic, but like what me and a lot of kids grew up on was the cartoon, which led into the movies, and it's like that stuff where it's like, yeah, I enjoyed those things as a kid. I'm not going to get upset, or I don't care if they ever make another Ninja Turtles movie. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. It doesn't have that same kind of emotional resonance as like a Star Wars.
So this, it's like, I was like, oh, Fisto. Like I didn't know Fisto was in the movie, and I'm just laughing that it's like real.
You asked for it, Clawful. Meet Fisto.
And I'm like, oh, Trapjaw, and there's Mossman.
Mossman shows up.
And I'm like, oh, it's Mossman, and it's just like cute and kind of funny. But in no way would I ever take it seriously.
And the filmmakers know that.
And the filmmakers know that.
Yeah, we can't take this too seriously.
Yeah. They fixed the disaster of what was the canon film, because that was like one of the bigger disappointments of my life. It was like, a He-Man, what? This isn't a He-Man movie. This sucks. This should be flying around. This should be what it is now.
Yes.
That's what I was wanting for as a child.
Eternia wasn't even in the fucking canon movie. They're just in the desert for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then this is what I wanted as a child or a young person watching that He-Man movie. It's like, this isn't right.
And it was nice that they gave Dolph Lundgren a cameo in this too. It's almost like a little redemption.
Oh, it's supposed to like pop.
Is he? Is that how it works?
Yeah, it must be broken. Like when you
I know he's supposed to pop up.
It propels him. Well, we'll put these away for now. We found our phone.
We'll put away our childish toys.
Yeah. Well, would you recommend He-Man?
Shockingly, I would. I don't think it's going to help, unfortunately. The box office is predicted to be pretty bad.
I love the original film. I love the new one. It's just so much fun.
There were two certainties this weekend. One, Scary Movie 6 is going to get horrible reviews and make a bunch of money. And two, He-Man is going to get good reviews and make no money. And I think both of those are coming true.
That must be Fisto's headquarters.
I kind of want to recommend it.
I recommend it too. I enjoyed watching it on the big screen, as they say. It's a good movie for that. I was thinking about that when the credits were opening. It was like Amazon. I was like, oh, I'm glad they just didn't put this on streaming because I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah.
And we probably wouldn't have reviewed it. I have one other question. Were you just a little disappointed that Skeletor didn't talk? Like Skeletor.
I knew they wouldn't go.
He-Man.
The movie has a sense of humor. I knew they wouldn't go that far with it. I probably would have loved it, but I wasn't expecting it at all.
Hey man, your sweaty pectoral muscles are making me horny. Hey man, your skimpy outfit is giving me a boner. Do you get it? Because I'm a skeleton. Actually, Skeletor, just your face is a skeleton. You have a hot, blue, naked body with abs and pecs. Would you like to see under my loincloth, He-Man?
Skeletor's power over you has been draining away.
Then come, all of you. Come, come.
It is quite heavy, so if you
Oh
could just...
my god, yeah.
Ew. Ugh. Could he eat any more disgustingly? Is it possible? What is wrong with him?
Ugh, I could barely focus on our discussion of He-Man.
He-Man.
Remember when he used to eat in the kitchen, but then he had to stop because his kitchen just fell off the house?
I remember that. That was weird.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense. This cannot continue. Wait a minute. I have one of my trademark plans. I'm gonna shame him. I'm gonna food shame him. I'm gonna eat shame him. Next time he has a meal over there during one of our movie discussions, I'm gonna set up a secret camera and film that fat, disgusting fuck eating like an animal. And then I'm gonna upload it to the internet so the whole world can see how disgusting and old and sick and embarrassing that man is. It'll be on the news, it'll go viral, everyone will be barfing, everyone will be laughing at him and saying what a sick, disgusting man he is. And we'll have our revenge, Jay. Then maybe he'll stop eating disgusting fast food at that table while we're having discussions of current feature films.